All right, moving on to our next question in queue. Selena Wang with ABC News. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Admiral. Just going back to the question on the strikes, has the battle damage assessment of the first airstrikes been completed when it comes to the strikes last week against the Houthis? Just how much has the U.S. degraded the military capabilities, and what does it say about the degradation given that the retaliatory attacks from the Houthis have continued? Does it show that it only made a small dent in capacity?
I'd refer you to the Pentagon to speak to the battle damage assessment. Selena, they're really the right ones to go to for that. And I don't know the final status of that. As I said earlier, even before we conducted these strikes, we had every expectation that the Houthis would still maintain some capability and would probably retaliate in some form or fashion. The strikes were designed to degrade and disrupt their military activity, their ability to store, launch, and to guide these missiles to their targets, as well as the drones that they have launched against these targets. We believe that we had good effect, but the specifics of the BDA battle damage assessment is really something for the Pentagon to speak to. But at no time, even that night, did we say that all of the Houthis' offensive capability were going to be eliminated by those strikes. Again, the Houthis have a choice to make. We know they still have some capability. They have a choice to make about what they do with that capability. If they choose to keep conducting these attacks, we will continue to defend against them and counter them as appropriate, even as we did today, hitting 4 ballistic missiles on launchers before they could be sent on their way.
Just to follow up on that, as the retaliation continues from the Houthis, just how far is the U.S. willing to go? And on a secondary topic, is there any update on the search for the U.S. Navy SEALs?
Well, again, with the caveat that I'm not going to telegraph punches or speak about potential military operations, I would point you to that last sentence in the President's statement Friday night. We will not hesitate to take further action to defend ourselves, our interests, those of our allies and partners, certainly not our ships and our sailors. So as we've proven again today, we will not hesitate to take action as appropriate. Again, the Houthis have a choice here to make, and the right choice is to stop these attacks. I don't have an update for you on the search efforts for those 2 Navy sailors that are in the water. As I understand it this morning, and I did check in with the Pentagon on this, that search is ongoing, but what that looks like, how much longer, I really, that's a question better put to the Defense Department. Our thoughts and prayers are with those 2 sailors and their families who are waiting anxiously for word, and obviously we'll monitor as closely as we can.